check me out. Happy Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the situation that's being reported by Rick Glazer with regards to the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. Apparently, they're in like a $900 million debt, and that is the reason why we're not seeing, that many cards this year. It looks like they just don't have the money to handle that. And like they may be in financial troubles. So we have to see how that's going to play out. The PBC apparently, is in the hole right now. Yo, William Stanley, what's the deal, my boy? Appreciate you hopping on. So anyways, my peoples, welcome to Box Center. Y'all already know what this is. This is JSmiff. Your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. We talking about the situation with the PBC. I've been good, my guy, just doing what we do, talking boxing, grinding hard. Just like everyone else, I'm shocked with what happened this weekend with Bakhram. I can't remember his last name. Damn, I keep forgetting it. Bakhram and Tim Tszyu. What a crazy fight, man. Like, nobody was expecting it. And now, I was reviewing some reports from Rick Glazer, and he says that the PBC is $900 million in debt. And I don't know if this is true. I don't know what are his sources. But Rick Glazer does tend to say things, and down the line, they turn out to be true. He actually predicted that Showtime was going to pull the plug on boxing. I made that prediction as well for multiple reasons, and we were both right about that. I actually had a conversation with Rick about that subject, and we were, on the same page. So now he's saying that the PBC is $900 million in debt. It sounds like it can be true, and I'll tell you why. Think about this. This entire year, we have gotten about, 5 cards from the PBC? 4? Hasn't been that many. Most of their guys are inactive. They're not fighting. If you really think about it, the PBC, most of their fighters are inactive. They're not fighting. So it looks like, Rick Glazer may be onto something. Listen, when it comes to the Better BF Bivol results, watching the fight, I felt like Bivol edged it out, but it was so close, my brother. There were so many swing rounds that could have really gone either way. And the other day I was talking to a reporter who, he's been covering boxing for over 20 years. Very, very knowledgeable reporter. And, what he told me was, Jay, when two champions fight and there's swing rounds, usually the judges are going to score the swing rounds in favor of the fighter that's being more aggressive. So, with Better BF being the guy that was coming forward, he was going to get the benefit when it comes to swing rounds. Does it go this way or that way? In most cases, they'll go to the aggressor. In this case, it was Better BF. So, I think the fight was in favor of Bivol just because he slightly outlanded Better BF and was able to, put his combinations together. And in Better BF's favor, he did land the harder punches. So I think with that, he was able to steal some of the rounds. So to be honest, man, I saw Bivol edging it out slightly, but I respect the decision going to Better BF. It was a very competitive fight. It was very close. And honestly, I feel like it could have gone either way. Canelo and Benavidez need to avoid Better BF. Yo, what's good, Lulu Tuber? Appreciate you jumping on with us. Listen, man, Better BF is a problem. I think Benavidez can fight him and beat him because Benavidez is a very big guy too. Canelo, I would not step in the ring with Beterbiev just because he's gonna be at a disadvantage when it comes to height, when it comes to reach, and he's gonna be at a disadvantage when it comes to power because Canelo is not stronger than Arthur Beterbiev, who's a lot bigger than him physically. So I don't think that's a fight Canelo wants to take. Now that Beterbiev beat Bivol, I think the chances that Canelo may give Terence Crawford an opportunity have increased. Because we already know he wanted his rematch with Bivol. But I'm guessing for now that rematch is off the table. Bivol just took a loss, and I doubt that Canelo's going to want to fight him next. So, Beterbiev winning, I think, improves Terence Crawford's chances of getting a fight with Canelo. So look how fights that in a way don't have nothing to do with each other connect with each other. The results of Beterbiev versus Bivol may have an impact on what Terence Crawford is going to do next. Ok. Bueno, Lulutuber, te digo, tengo otro canal en español que deberías chequearlo, 100% en español. Y sigue practicando el inglés para que también nos cheques por aquí. El inglés es bueno como quiera, es importante. My peoples, listen. All I'm saying is, Canelo is a very small guy. A lot of people have been talking about, 168, Crawford is too small for that division. But you got to look at Canelo, man. Canelo is a very small guy, as far as stature. Beterbiev is huge. Benavidez, huge. Bivol, huge. Canelo, he got no business going to 175. You got to think about this, man. Look at the fight, or if you already see it, think about it. Bivol put the beats on Canelo when they fought. It's not like it was a competitive fight and it was close and people said Canelo got robbed or something like that. No. He got absolutely manhandled. He got dominated. There was nothing he could do to Bivol. Nothing. So we have to accept it. Canelo cannot handle the 175 division. He's too small. If he moves up to 175 to face Beterbiev, I think he might actually get slept for the first time. Beterbiev has the size and the power to absolutely fold Canelo. So I don't think he should go in that route. If anything, take a beating from the smaller Terence Crawford, and it's not going to be as bad. He doesn't want the machine Beterbiev will walk him down to beat his ass. Yo, listen, man. Right now, Beterbiev is very hard to see anybody beating him. It's hard. Because we can already see not just the power that he brings to the table, but his aggressiveness, his ring IQ. By the way, he got power in both hands. A guy like that, man, is going to be real tough to beat. The only thing I think Beterbiev is like 38, 39 years old, something around there. So Father Time is going to start creeping up on him. I think there's a door that can open up for someone to beat him, He's slowing down just a bit, and eventually he's going to lose enough of a step where a young, hungry fighter coming up is going to be able to beat him. Can that happen now, in his next fight, whoever he fights next? I don't know, because he's still at 39 years old. He's still very strong. He's still super, like I said, super aggressive. Lets his hands go. So I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be real tough to beat Arthur Beterbiev. Let's see who's going to be able to. And we got to think about Bakhram Mandaliev. Damn, I can't remember his last name, man. But Bakhram, he's for real. He's a big problem at 154. For the people who didn't know him, most of us did not know him. I personally had only seen highlights of his fights. And it's like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I thought he was a guy who was tall, who has power. Okay, the guy can fight. But I didn't realize that he can fight like that. I didn't realize that this guy had those type of skills. Like, he absolutely obliterated Tim Tszyu. That was like a beatdown. So I'm a fan of his. I'm going to be following Bakhram. I'm already following him on Instagram. And I want to see what he's going to do next. I want to see who's willing to challenge for his IBF title. Because the guy is for real. The 154 division just got extremely hot with his victory over Tim Tszyu. Because now you got Terrence Buck Crawford is a champion. Bakhram is another champion. And the next champion is going to be decided between Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora. So you got some champions on there. It's a lot of options for people to fight each other. I want to see how that's going to play out. Considering the size difference, I think Kovalev was getting old. And you know what, William? I agree with you 100%. Canelo fought Kovalev when Kovalev was at the tail end of his career. Slightly slower, slightly less power, slightly less punch resistance. Canelo was able to take him out. I don't think that fight would have played out like that if they fought, let's say, 5-6 years before that. But Canelo caught him at the right time and handled business. Kovalev was on his way out. I honestly don't give Canelo a lot of credit for that win. Like, I give him credit. Wait a minute. Let me not, misrepresent what I want to say. Right? I give Canelo credit for beating Kovalev. Kovalev is a champion, an elite level fighter, and so on and so forth. All I'm saying is that he was at the tail end of his career, and that fight would have played out different if Kovalev would have faced Canelo 5 years earlier. I'm not saying he was going to win or lose. I'm just saying it would have been more competitive, and it would have probably went the distance because Canelo wouldn't have been able to stop him. That's how I see that fight. Also drunk on vodka at the time. Well, I tell you what, you may not remember some of the action, but you definitely enjoyed it. That's for sure. Yo, my peoples, listen. I want to thank you guys for hopping on the show with me. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is Box Center. This is where we talking boxing. I do this for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to William Stanley. I hadn't seen you in a minute, my boy. I'm going to be on tonight, my peoples, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Box Center, the show. And, by the way, Bad Beats by JSmiff is already up. 2 episodes. My peoples, check out the 2 episodes of Bad Beats. I promise you, this is your favorite boxing show. Period, point blank. Bad Beats. Check it out. Don't miss it. The 2 episodes are up now. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all already know, man. I'm JSmiff. I'm your connections. I'm your plug. This is your favorite boxing show. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, man. I appreciate you, my peoples. Peace.